Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan on News Radio 570 WSYR.
You found your golden nugget of talk radio right here on 570 WSYR with Tom and Steve, both from Zoe Advertising. We call this little nugget The Local Show. Thank you for joining us. We champion all things small business right here. We're broadcasting from the iHeartMedia studio, sponsored by Geddes Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. Steve, we have another person, somebody new to the show that we're going to start talking to right now.
How about that? He's it says here he's the fiddler on the roof. I don't think so, though. But he is a roofing guy, right?
Boy, I remember that show. My father conducted that show. And I must have seen it 110 times.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Sing something.
I don't know. Matchmaker,
matchmaker,
make me a match.
There we go. Yeah, I thought you were going to sunrise, sunset on me, but you didn't.
That was that too. Boy, I used to play that at weddings all the time, and not anymore. Anyway, we're going to talk with Kevin Donovan, who thinks we're out of our minds. Allstate Roofing.
In line.
Are you the owner of Allstate?
Nope, just regional sales manager.
Okay, regional sales manager.
Appreciate you having us here.
Oh, yeah, anytime, man. So have you been in the roofing business a long time?
I've been in it about 6 years now.
Okay. What'd you do before that?
So I owned my own business. It was a franchise, Cartridge World.
Okay, gotcha. And then you got into roofs.
Yeah, well, I felt like a glorified babysitter.
Yeah, right.
I had 20 employees. And
anybody using cartridges anymore?
I've been out of it since 2017 now.
Right.
So,
yeah. It's a different world, right?
No, I'm not.
That smart man. Nobody needs cartridges, but everybody needs a roof, Tom.
Right. Are you a local guy? Were you born and raised here? Or
yeah, I was actually born and raised in the Rome, Utica area.
Okay,
so
great.
I lived out in Syracuse.
Your name doesn't end in a vowel. How is that possible that you're from Utica?
I know, really.
Well, my maiden name, my mother's maiden name is D'Angelo.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there you go.
One of your people, Tom.
You have to have an Italian something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hung out at the Utica booth over at the fair there. I got the
Utica greens,
the Utica greens, and some tomato pie.
Yeah, you gotta.
Good stuff. So tell us about Allstate Roofing. How long have they been around?
So Allstate's been around about 15 years now.
Okay.
Amazing company. We have a great team there. It's like our second family. When they got into it, the biggest thing is in roofing, there's not really an accountability factor in roofing. It's like the
Why
Wild
is
West.
that? Why is that?
There's a lot of reasons, but the biggest one is that the majority of the roofs that go on homes, they get a 1-year warranty.
Really?
And there's more roofers than lawyers in New York, which is extremely hard.
Oh, my goodness.
That's amazing.
And a lot of them, if you look at roofers 5 years ago, and then you look them up today, 50, 60% of them aren't even there anymore.
Yeah.
So there's very few companies that have been in the industry for a while.
Yeah, and keep consistent, yeah.
Well, that makes it tough to find a roofing company, doesn't it?
And you get a 1-year warranty by New York State law.
I thought you got a 30-year roof. I thought it's a 30-year roof.
20-year roof.
30, 40, 50, they kind of give you that, but it's a shingle. So these, asphalt companies, GAF, which we work with, their research and development's on point. So when they build a shingle, they know it's going to last a certain amount of time, and that's the warranty that the roofer will give you.
Right.
With GAF, we partnered up with them, and they're changing the industry now, is that they're putting the warranty roofs out there. So now we're offering a 5-year labor, 10-year labor, and a 25-year labor.
I see.
With the 50-year material.
Okay, I got
Shingle and underlayment.
Right.
And now it's really, truly, it's educating people the difference on, when you buy a roof, because they only usually buy 1 to 2 in their lifetime.
Right.
That it's a big, it's a shell shock when you get a price.
No, Tom, back when we put a roof on our house, we sold our house a few years ago.
Yep.
But we, we did the old call 3 companies. Right, the whole call 3 companies. I don't know.
Throw the high, throw the low, pick the one in the middle.
Right.
So the first guy showed up on his motorcycle. I don't know. I wasn't feeling that, right? Good guy and everybody, just wasn't feeling it. And then the other 2 were somewhat comparable, and we didn't go with the least expensive. But they did a great job. I really felt like I could trust the fellow that did it. And he did. They cleaned up. They did it. So when people go to get a roof, do people always go low price, or how is it that, how does that world work? Because it's, you said, a whole bunch of them go out of business and everything.
It's a big investment. Truly what I work on is the relationship. I look at showing them that we've been around a while, the trust that, I'm just like them. I'm not just here to get a contract.
Right.
And a lot of it is we're very fair market priced. We're not extremely high. We're not extremely low. We're a fair-priced roof, but you're getting so much more out of it. Right. You're getting those warranties of labor and material. It's transferable. The biggest thing I believe we built this company on, and from what I've seen and being in the industry, a lot of it is our customer service. Like if there's a question or a concern, or they don't think something was done right, we're right back out at that property looking at it.
I know that the price of what do you call that wood?
Oh, wait, I know, but I'm going to let you struggle.
Plywood.
There we go. I had to watch him struggle.
I had wood in my head, but I just couldn't remember which. All right, so plywood has gone up because I had to go buy a couple of sheets, and I took out a small loan because it's like, oh my gosh, it's like quadruple the price.
You don't get out of there without spending $100.
Yeah. Did you have to really raise the prices, or how did you work with the consumer to still get business and be fair?
Well, we're a fairly large company when it comes to roofing. So the owner, Walter, has made very strategic moves where he has bought truckloads of wood.
Oh.
So we weathered pretty well.
Yeah.
But if you notice, a lot of the decking now is OSB.
Oh, right.
In that one point,
tell people what OSB is. It's like a lower grade. Yeah. It's not a finished plywood, right?
No, it's not a finished glued sheets. It's actually chipped wood that's glued together. The biggest thing is it really doesn't matter if it's OSB or plywood.
Right.
It matters that the underlayment on the roof is done correctly. Because if it doesn't get wet, it's going to last as long as the day is long. It's not going to go anywhere.
I see.
So now we're starting to come back down. It's a good thing. During COVID, it was $44 a sheet, $50 a sheet. Before COVID, it was $12.
Wow. That's
so it's, everything's starting to commodity market's starting to come down.
When you see roofs that are done, what mistakes do other roofers do? I'm sure you guys don't. Well, you see things, you're like, oh, they put a fourth roof over the third roof. And are there common things that you see and you cringe when you see it?
Areas. It's all by areas.
Okay, tell me more.
If I'm over in like the 13204, I know I'm walking into a 3-layer cedar shake house. They had roofs put over roofs over roofs.
Oh, golly, yeah.
The biggest thing, and I kind of use this analogy a lot because people understand it, but when you go and buy a carpet, you pick out the carpet you want, great. The first thing the salesman says is, let's go look at the pad. And then you realize the pad is either as expensive or more expensive than the actual carpet.
Right.
It's the same thing with a roof. If we can do the underlayment correctly with the material that lasts, the roof will last forever. We see a lot of layovers where they put over the other roofs. Little things that the homeowner wouldn't know, that we do like a straight cut valley rather than a weaved valley. So there's little things like that.
And how about your people? We talk about integrity a lot. Do your people come dressed properly, or because a lot of roofers you'll see up there with no shirts on, towels around their heads, and it looks like a band of misfits.
It's a party on a roof.
You're right, exactly.
They're very, very professional.
Okay.
We come in. Most roofs take us about 2 days to finish. The bigger ones might be 3 days. They clean up after themselves. We always do our walk-around inspections. And like I said, if a homeowner doesn't feel like it was done properly, we're right back out there doing whatever we can to make that good. And that's what it's about, is relationship. People don't mind spending money. They just want to know that you're always there if something happens.
And you're getting that value. How can people get a hold of you?
So it's pretty easy. 400 Roof is our phone number, as well as our web address.
400, the number 400.
400.
Roof.
Tom,
that's pretty simple. Tom could even remember that. So if somebody wanted to get a quote, wanted to ask a question, they could give you a call, Kevin, at 400 Roof, or go to the website, 400
Website has a submission form for free estimates.
Good.
Come out, we'll go through it, we'll talk to you about it.
Excellent.
Super.
And when we leave, we're all good.
All right. Well, that's Kevin Donovan right there. He's the general sales manager, regional sales manager, I should say, of the Allstate Roofing Company. Give him a call. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys having us.
Excellent. Coming up next, Natasha Schmidt is the co-owner of Rubberstone, New York. We'll talk with her on the local show on 570 WSYR.